And now, your First Alert 5 weather.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Let's going to run through what we're expecting. Snow is still moving in tonight, but even right now, there's still a little bit of uncertainty. Where will the snow band set up, and how far north is this thing going to keep shifting? Because from last night through this morning, the whole system moved north, so I lowered the snow totals around Trinidad, and then from this morning to now, new modeling has still shifted things north. So I've actually pulled totals down in Walsenburg to the La Veta area. Now, we do know that even with snowfall still being uncertain, we're going to have enough that commutes will be a problem tomorrow morning, and we're warm enough on that pavement today. There could be some areas where a little glaze forms underneath the snow as it comes on down. That's fairly common in our region. We do think the Pikes Peak region of the wet mountains where some of the heaviest snow will fall, but I think we follow the front range up to Denver, the Boulder area west of Denver Metro. That's going to be some heavy stuff. Now currently you look outside and you go, yeah, it's cold, but the sun's out, so how bad are things going to be? Kind of a common thing, the calm before the storm, that old reference. 40 degrees in Pueblo, easy going at the Riverwalk, but we think we'll have a very different picture by tomorrow morning. Now, part of the reason we're actually a little warmer in Pueblo is that sun and the wind helping to mix the air. It's kind of breezy out there. More 40s are present to the east, but we are waiting for snow. Here's Colorado, not a whole lot yet. That's what we were seeing. Not only was the whole system moving north, it was getting delayed and pushed back and back and back. So I do see a little bit of snow up on that Colorado-Wyoming border, but I don't think the energy really starts to form against our mountains until tonight. Probably for a lot of people after 6 to 8 o'clock. Now the modeling is trying to hint at that because we'll for the most part start to see this really develop in the Pikes Peak region first, probably around 8 o'clock, maybe as late as 10 o'clock in some areas. But we get the snow to develop up north first, and it kind of hangs out there for a while. That was 8 o'clock, this is 10 o'clock, still mostly from Springs up to Denver. Now after midnight, we'll probably broaden this system out towards the southern mountains, and through 6 o'clock in the morning we still have some snow going, but then it quickly collapses away and we should be set for a pretty good time at the end of your Thursday. It'll be snowy, but the sun will try to come out and warm things a little. Here's what I'm doing for snowfall totals. The biggest changes from if you watched this morning, didn't have to mess with the plains a whole lot, but I lowered the snowfall totals in the Walsenburg, La Veta, and Trinidad area. I just took them down a couple inches. When we look at the more broken down regions, so some forecast updates for the Colorado Springs area. We think that a lot of the city is kind of in that 3 to 6 inch range. If we're, excuse me, if we're going to get over that, it's going to be north of Briargate to the Monument area, the Air Force Academy area, and west over towards the Manitou Cascade spots. Those are going to do quite well. If Cascade can get 8 inches, kind of like Manitou, that's some good snow, and I think Ute Pass will be an area of concern. Now through tomorrow morning, Pueblo, we kind of think around 1 to 3 inches, a little bit more towards Florence, Penrose, Canyon City, and the wet mountains, especially like San Isabel. And again, we've really cut back, but 2 to 4 inches Walsenburg, 3 to 6 inches La Veta. Well, that's a lot of snow. That still would make for some pretty rough commutes on the interstate and especially the mountains. So remember, tomorrow morning when we wake up, as long as the forecast sticks to what we see, we should have some pretty healthy snow. If there's no snow tomorrow morning, I'll be taking a vacation for a while. We've got 30s turning into 40s from Sunday into Monday, but we're dry for the most part this weekend. Maybe just a little flurry on Saturday. Pueblo, we're going to be in the 40s and 30s in the next 2 days. We're close to 50 on Saturday. That snow is going to be kind of late tonight. I'd say, mostly after midnight we start to see it and through Thursday morning. Canyon City, it's also probably pretty late tonight before the snow falls, but when you wake up tomorrow, it should still be snowing. The roads will be slick. 115 towards Penrose, Highway 50 will be rough. And we get to Woodland Park, where this starts to fall this evening, but really kicks up overnight. And as snowy as Woodland Park looks, I think Ute Pass is going to be even slicker.